Where are you going? We haven't even started. Punchlines and plot twists. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome back to the Punchlines and Plot Twist podcast. I'm your host, Caleb.
I'm the co-host, Slim.
Today we are going to be getting into the Marvel Thunderbolts movie on this Plot Twist episode. But before we do that, we have a quick little news update for you guys. We have officially decided that the Conspiracies episode is going to be maybe like a once a week type of thing on this episode. It'll just be a special segment rather than its own episode. We will do the Plot Twist episode every week, and that will be the pop culture focused with Conspiracies once per month. And then we will be doing our Punchlines episode, which will still be MMA involved, primarily UFC focused. We will recap every event in its own episode, and then we will also have our predictions and our bets for the next week in its own episode. So you'll get 2 Punchlines episodes, 1 Plot Twist episode per week. What else we got new that's going on, Slim?
And if any of you guys follow our TikTok, we actually decided to make the Punchlines its own TikTok account. So it's just sports, MMA related content. And then we have the Plot Twist TikTok. And Marvel, pop culture, everything's on that one. And we have a main Plot Twist and
Punchlines and Plot Twist.
Damn. Like Punchlines and Plot Twist is our main TikTok account.
Yep.
For both of them.
Ethan will be running our Punchlines account, which will be that UFC focused TikTok account. He'll be building characters, ranting about the UFC on there every now and then. I will also be cameoing on that account, but he will be primarily running that account. But I will be running the Plot Twist account primarily, which will focus on the pop culture side, movies, TV shows, music, anything new that's going on in the world of entertainment. And then occasionally we'll get into conspiracies on this episode as well. And also on that TikTok, I'm doing some Marvel related games, and some also eventually will be some DC related games. Right now I'm just doing a build a character line, but I'm planning on adding several other games for you guys to enjoy very soon. But that being said, we are going to get into first our spoiler-free review of Marvel's Thunderbolts. We went and saw this movie last night, but we are going to get into a spoiler-free review first. Don't worry, don't skip. If you haven't seen it, you are safe to watch until this point. We will give a spoiler warning when it comes to that time, but until then, you guys are still safe. Ethan, what did you think of Marvel's Thunderbolts spoiler-free?
Spoiler free. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. I liked the... What can I say without spoiling it? I like the character development throughout the movie. I'm not going to get much into that until we do get into the spoiler part, but I liked watching the development from the beginning to the end. I thought that was pretty cool.
Absolutely. You do really... if you don't already love these characters, you will after this movie. They work together really well as a team, but they're a dysfunctional team. And it is very entertaining to watch, to say the least. It gets you caring about these characters. And one thing that I have seen online for the reviews I have seen, spoiler-free so far, is that the first hour and a half of the movie is fantastic. Everybody agrees with that. It was well done. There's few to no notes in that part. But then the ending, the last half hour of the movie, is sometimes people love it, sometimes people hate it. Which one of those people were you?
I liked the whole movie. I do have some notes that I can't get into right now. Because they definitely have spoilers for the movie. Overall, though, I liked all of it. The whole movie was great. I did like the beginning a lot more than I did like the end, but I don't think it was bad. if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I
would.
didn't hate it, but the end was definitely, it could have been different.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I think I'm in the same boat. I definitely really, really, really enjoyed the first hour and a half of this movie. And that last 30 minutes came up short in a few small ways.
Yeah, that's a better way to say what I was thinking of.
But nothing too crazy overall that made me dislike the movie in any way.
Yeah. No, I still loved it.
All right, I can tell we're both dying to do it.
I
So
know, yeah.
here
It's
comes the spoiler warning. If you have not seen Marvel Thunderbolts, pause this video, go to your local movie theater, and check this out. This movie is worth watching it in the theaters. It is worth the $15, $20 ticket you got to spend to go watch it in the theater. If there's a cheaper option for you, definitely take it. But do not wait till this movie comes out on streaming platforms, because it will get spoiled for you beforehand. We are going to hold off posting spoilers on our social media until probably Wednesday this week. But after Wednesday this week, we are open season, and spoilers are free out there in the internet, and they will be roaming. So if you don't want it to get spoiled, definitely check it out. But Royal, the spoiler warning credit. Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
Alrighty, now that we got that spoiler warning out of the way, it was a really, really entertaining movie. There were a lot of highs. There were a few lows. There's a few notes I know we both have for this movie. But before we get into that, Ethan, what would you say were your top 3 favorite parts of this movie?
Favorite? The second post-credit scene is probably my favorite.
We'll get into that later.
Okay.
Aside from the post-credit scenes, your top
Okay.
3 favorite movies of the scene parts of the movie itself.
I really liked when... So what happens is Valentina has a kill switch in Sentry. Sentry kind of goes haywire, starts thinking he's a god, you know.
Which he kind of is.
He
He
is.
brings up, when you see his power level,
That's an insane fight scene, too. Really good fight scene.
He's more powerful than all of the Avengers combined, which includes at least one god.
Yeah, he does say that. But yeah, he got the idea that he is this god, all powerful. Why is he taking directions from Valentina? Valentina and her assistant end up hitting the kill switch on him, and that's when he switches to Volt, which was awesome. The way that just the cinematography of it, when everybody in the streets is running out to go see what's in the air, and the Thunderbolt team walk out into the street too and look up, and it's just a blacked out Superman looking figure floating in between the buildings. It was pretty cool. It kind of made you feel how tense the situation was. Like nobody knew it was happening, but they knew it was a big problem.
Another issue for New York to have to deal with, for sure.
Yeah, I really liked that scene.
Is that your, I guess, behind the post-credit scene, your favorite part of the movie?
I'll rank that number 3. I'm
Okay.
gonna go low to high.
All right.
Low to high. My second favorite scene in the movie, I really liked. It was towards the beginning when they're escaping the vault, and they break into the elevator, and they're trying to figure out how high this elevator is, what they need to do to get out. Bob goes, "I have an idea." And it cuts to them all back to back, just like shuffling up the wall, and it ends with U.S. agent just making a break for it towards the door, dropping everybody. It was just a funny scene. I really liked that one.
I would have to agree.
And my favorite was right before Void got introduced, and they're fighting in the streets of New York. Kind of gave you those, like, the Avenger-esque feel when they're saving the little girl and lifting the big blocks of concrete from the fallen buildings for people and jumping, punching cars out of the way, working as an actual team. It felt like that original Avengers lineup.
I'm so glad you said that because that is my favorite part of this movie was that scene specifically, the symmetry of having them down at the ground floor of Avengers Tower right there in the heart of New York, just like the Avengers were in that first Avengers movie, just tearing the Chitauri apart. You have the Thunderbolts coming together as a team, finally, truly as a team with their mission of being heroes and keeping civilians safe from falling rubble. And they just, oh, it was beautiful. It gave me chills. I turned to you in the movie theater and I was like, dude, they're redoing the scene.
Yeah.
The only thing that was missing was a little pose scene of them all back to back, just like the kind of bridge scene in Avengers was. But I really loved that. That was probably my favorite part of this movie. My second favorite part is probably right before that, when they are up in the penthouse and Allegra de Fontaine, Valentina, introduces them to the Sentry.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that whole scene is amazing. The dialogue where they ask him if he dyed his hair, and he's like, "Yeah, it was her choice." It was really funny, and then the following combat scene where you got to showcase Sentry's powers and some of the things that he can do, and just how powerful he is.
He didn't even break a sweat.
Not at all. He tore the entire team apart. 1, 2, 3 super soldiers, an enhanced powered individual, and a widow, all taken out without breaking a sweat. Truly backed up the claim of being as powerful as an entire Avengers team rolled into one. I truly think he, aside from like God of Stories Loki, where Loki currently is, and Wanda, he is probably one of the most powerful characters in the MCU currently by far. And it was really cool to be able to see that.
And that's the Sentry side of him.
That's just the Sentry side.
He also has the Void side as well.
Yeah, which is a huge problem. And that Void verse was a really cool idea. But that did not make my top 3. My third favorite part, purely for the comedic side of it, was when they were escaping through the desert from the compound, and out of nowhere, they're talking about the helicopters flying overhead, and they're making fun of the U.S. agent for talking with his military jargon and saying clicks. And then out of nowhere, a red limo comes driving through the dunes, honking loud as hell, going, "Yelena, it's your father." That accent was awful, but it was a
Valentina's gonna incinerate you.
Just coming to warn and save his daughter. It was a great scene, and it made me laugh pretty hard.
I will say that was pretty funny, because that's when Bucky shows up too, is when they're escaping.
Yep. Shortly after that.
They tell him to step on it, pedal to the floor, things not moving. Bucky takes them all out, and everybody's like, "Oh, the Winter Soldier. Hell yeah." And then he just throws a bomb at the back
He just shoots a bomb at the back of them, and they're like, "Oh, no."
Yep.
Poof!
Yeah, that was...
Limo flips.
That was a great scene. I like that scene.
Bucky taking the winch line from the front of the Humvee, wrapping it around his arm, and then shoving it into the ground. Oh, man, it was so hard.
That was badass. That made me tense up a little bit. I was like,
oh, it makes you beat your chest like, "Damn right, Bucky. Show him who you are. Show him who you are, Congressman."
Yeah, that's my king.
Only made it half a term, but that's my congressman right there. What complaints did you have about this movie? I know there's not a ton of them, but there are a few. What are your complaints you have, my friend?
I don't like that they killed Taskmaster off that quick. I would have really liked to see Taskmaster with the group that they had. Even if they had to kill Taskmaster later, it was instantly. We saw maybe 2 minutes of Taskmaster. That was one complaint. I mean, the other one would really just be I would have liked to see more of Void at the end of it, because I really like how they dived into the idea, or I guess the fact that Bob, recovering meth addict, he's just fucked up. Like maybe split personality disorder.
Schizophrenia.
He's a very troubled dude. And he has all this power. And they kind of got into that at the end, letting us kind of see how big of a problem that would be, letting an unstable guy have that much power. And I feel like it just ended a little short. They could have at least shown a little more, made it seem like a bigger issue.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree. I don't have that big of a bone to pick with the Void storyline itself, because I don't see it as a cop out for how they were able to just pull Bob out. I feel like they were able to include some action in that scene and give us a very heartwarming kind of experience through that, and give you some insight into the characters and their background just a tiny bit more. But it kind of also gave me the vibes of the Captain America Brave New World with the Red Hulk, where he was just able to be calmed down and talked down rather than needing another powerful unit to neutralize that threat, I guess. Where in this movie, I get with the team they had, there was no chance in them being able to defeat the Void in any other way. So that's why I'm not as picky about it as I was with Captain America Brave New World. But Marvel does also have a habit of kind of neutralizing these super powerful threats. And I hope that they are just temporarily neutralizing these threats and that they're just not permanent holds, because like Wanda just got killed off supposedly. I'm very confident that she will come back. But that's a very powerful, high level character that's just gone now. Doesn't really have a storyline that goes really anywhere with, other than the Darkhold experience we got in Multiverse of Madness. And it kind of feels like they're doing the same thing with Void here in Sentry here. Because at the end of this movie, Bob doesn't remember anything from the events of this movie. He's purely Bob. He doesn't remember being Sentry. He doesn't remember being Void.
And they make it known, too, at the very last scene. Or is that a post-credit scene?
No, it's the last scene.
Where they're sitting there and he's like sipping on the smoothie or whatever he has.
Or, no, that
is the post-credit scene.
No, that's not.
No.
Because post-credit scene is...
Well, it was right at the end then. It shows them as the new Avengers.
Yeah, that was at the end. Because the mid-credit scene was the Wheaties box.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, it shows them at the end. The new Avengers is like suiting up. There's a new threat in outer space.
Avengers with the Z.
Yeah, Avengers with Z. No copyright. That was a good scene too. But anyway, they were giving Bob a whole bunch of crap, and they're like, "When are you gonna suit up, Bob?" Like what? And he lets us know that he can't control.
One can't exist without the other.
Yeah.
Yep. Which I hope is not a permanent thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. I hope it's not. But
as far as just Bob staying Bob, I want Sentry back. I think with what's coming in Doomsday, we need a Sentry character, especially that powerful. I think he will have a part to play in that, or at least I really hope he will. And I hope that Marvel isn't just going to sit him in the corner and just leave him there, but I'm pretty confident that they won't because they wrapped this whole movie about him. I would love a Sentry solo project at some point, to get more of the background, because they told us a lot in this movie. They didn't show us a lot with Sentry and his background and his origin and what exactly his powers are and the bounds of that power. And I get that that's also probably intentional because it's kind of boundless, his powers are. But to get more information and to actually see some of it would be something I would really like to see. But really, that was my only complaint about this movie was just the Sentry. I wanted them to show more than they told, but
Yeah.
I really also don't have a ton of complaints at the same time.
Yeah, that, like me saying a complaint was Taskmaster died early. I wasn't necessarily upset about that. It just would have been cool to see more,
Yeah.
just a little bit more. And then, yeah, I agree with what you're saying, but I just wish they would have shown us a little bit more of what he can do.
Yep. And you had 3 super soldiers on a team. You had Red Guardian, you had Bucky, and you had US Agent. They definitely played with the idea when Red Guardian's asking Bucky what kind of super soldier serum he got, and he said Hydra. Oh, fancy. um, but I would love to see them kind of more in action as a trio, as that super soldier kind of thing. I would love to see that some more. But really, yeah, it's just I wanted more is really the complaint, which is also what we had with Daredevil Born Again, is we wanted a little bit more, which hopefully Marvel will continue to give us more. And the good thing is that this is a complaint that's not really a complaint because it's just a request for more content, which is something I feel like I'm always requesting from Marvel, is more content.
In,
But
in
go
my eyes, sorry, in my eyes, it was such a good movie that I was disappointed there wasn't more.
Yep.
I loved the whole movie. It's just it got me itching.
Marvel, longer run times are not that bad of a thing. 3-hour movies, I'm in. I'm okay with it.
Don't do anything crazy though.
We don't need a 6-hour Snyder cut Marvel.
No.
Actually, I might be okay with it as long as it's not.
You might.
But
That's a long time.
now let's get into the mid-credit scene and the post-credit scene of this movie.
The mid-credit scene was hilarious.
Yep, it was a joke, just like everybody said it was. Red Guardian in a grocery store trying to get a woman to buy the Wheaties box that he is on. The new Avengers with a Z is on.
Oh, and I'm sure everybody has seen the cover
Mhm.
for this movie, and one of the covers is them on the Wheatie box. It's the same thing in a store. He's all cleaned up, sitting there like this.
Yeah,
All creepy. It was hilarious.
not a ton to say on that one, but the next one, the post-credit scene, there is a threat coming in from space.
I was right. Continue.
And we see a ship heading towards Earth. It's an interesting shape. It's very fantastic.
Say that again?
For sure.
I would say. And then that ship proceeds to rotate, and we see the Fantastic Four logo on the side of the freaking ship. The Fantastic Four are coming to the MCU, which that is huge news. And it confirms a lot of theories everyone seems to have online, of the Fantastic Four, in that they will lose to Galactus. Kind of spoiled the end of Fantastic Four a little bit with it, but I'm okay with it because I saw it coming already. But they will lose to Galactus. Their universe will be, or their world will be devoured, and they'll have to come to the 616 universe of the MCU. And yeah, it got me really excited. How about you?
So excited. Because when we talked about going to see this movie on last week's episode, I said that I wanted the post-credit scene to have something to do with the Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
It was a great movie. I got what I wanted out of the post-credit scene. I'm happy.
And-
The only bad thing is now I just have to wait.
Yep. You did. You called it on the show, and I kind of shut you down because I said that it would be hard to find the tie-in. And as I was thinking about it throughout the week, I was like, the only way it would make sense is if it's after the end of Fantastic Four, and they're coming to the universe. But you did. It was a great call out from you, buddy. And it was a great post-credit scene. Gets me very excited for Fantastic Four. Thankfully, we don't have to wait too long. We only have to wait until July 25th for the Fantastic Four movie. So that is very good news because I don't want to have to wait long for that because I am very excited.
We will be going to see that one too.
Absolutely. We will be, most of the movies, every movie we talk about on here, we will go to see at some point. But Fantastic Four, Superman, there's probably a few other movies that I'm not thinking off the top of my head that we will go see probably the day they come out, just like we did with this one.
We could even go see the new Mission Impossible.
Yep.
The Predator, the new Predator movie, Badlands.
Badlands, yep.
Badlands.
Any movie you guys want us to review, just let us know in the comments below, and we will go check it out and give a review for it on this podcast. We won't necessarily see it the day that they come out, but
next week we're talking about the Minecraft movie. I'm kidding.
we might be. It's something that we're teasing out there. If that's something that you guys want to see, we have thought about it. Let us know below. We have not seen it yet.
That's too big of a meme for me not to go see it.
I feel like that's kind of the case we're going to be in, but let us know. Alrighty. So, your overall score for this movie on a scale from 1 to 10.
Doing decimals?
Yes. Doing decimals. What do you got?
I think I'd give it like an 8.7, 8.8.
8.7, 8.8.
Just right below a 9. Yeah.
Very fair.
What do you got?
I'm going to give it an 8.5. Purely because I don't think it is top 10 MCU movies of all time, which is why I reserve that anything above an 8.5 kind of for that, and that gives me some variation even within my top 10. But it was still very, very good. I have very few notes. I have very few complaints. I'm very excited to go see it again tomorrow. But I really, really enjoyed this movie overall. I have very few notes, but it just wasn't quite enough. I didn't have enough emotional ties to these characters to drive it to a top 10 spot, kind of like the first Avengers movies. We had solo projects for all these other heroes, and it was the first real big team up movie. We've seen the team up before at this point, so it's not something that's brand new. But at the same time, it was still very, very good, and that's why I'm putting it where I do on my ranking. But as far as team up movies go, we are going to rank these from best to worst. As far as team ups go, the teams. And the teams that we are going to define are going to be the Avengers. And that includes the Age of Ultron, the first original 5, the Infinity War cast for the most part, and then Endgame is kind of in there. It kind of gets real big in Endgame, so we're kind of not including that one specifically. But the Avengers team primarily, the Guardians team, which you see in 1, 2, and 3, the Marvels, which you see in the Marvels show, Deadpool and Wolverine crew from the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, Eternals from the Eternals movie, the Thunderbolts crew, which we just saw in
Quick question.
the new Avengers movie.
Oh, yeah. You ready for my question?
Yeah.
Deadpool Wolverine, does that include Chris Evans' Human Torch?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, it does. That includes Chris Evans' Human Torch, Deadpool, Wolverine, Gambit, Blade, and Elektra.
Cool.
I believe that's all that crew, right? Correct?
Dogpool.
Dogpool. I'll include Dogpool.
I don't know what Dogpool does, but
Yeah.
Dogpool.
That crew.
Yeah.
The Spidey trio being Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. The Thor Ragnarok crew being Thor, Loki, and Valkyrie and Hulk. And then the Defenders crew being Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and the Punisher. I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, let me see your screen here, so I can look at it. All right. So if I had to rank them, I'm putting the Spider-Man trio first.
Okay, very fair.
Spider-Man for sure is number 1. Number 2. Yeah, Deadpool Wolverine. I already have a list written down. I'm just double checking to make sure that's where I want it. So I got Spider-Man, the Deadpool Wolverine crew. I'm taking the Avengers. Then the Guardians. I'll take the Defenders, Ragnarok, Thunderbolt, Eternals, and then the Marvels.
Give me that again. Number 1.
Spider-Man,
Number 2.
Deadpool Wolverine,
Number 3.
Avengers,
Number 4.
Guardians,
Number 5.
Ragnarok,
Number 6.
Defenders,
Number 7.
Thunderbolts,
Number 8.
Eternals,
Number 9.
Marvels.
There we go. My list is number 1, the Avengers. I have to put them first. Number 2 is the Spider-Man trio. Number 3 is the Ragnarok crew. Number 4 is the Deadpool Wolverine crew. Number 5 is the Thunderbolts. Number 6 is the Guardians. Number 7 is the Defenders. 8 is the Eternals. And 9 is the Marvels. I think we both put the Thunderbolts pretty center. I mean, it's not the top team up movie by any means, or top team, but it definitely has room to grow with more movies because all of these other teams have at least.
We are basing this off of the team itself, not the movie.
Yep, exactly. But each team has room to grow as they get more content for each character in that team. And I think the Thunderbolts is in that same boat. Whereas as long as we get,
Well, it's not the Thunderbolts. It's the new Avengers.
You are correct. The new Avengers.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. We have
You are
found
correct.
out what the asterisk means in the title.
And I was kind of right.
I'll give you like 95% right. It was this close.
I think we still have room for them to become the Dark Avengers. I don't think that door is fully closed yet by any means. But yes, we found out that the asterisk was because they are the new Avengers rather than the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts was less of a play on Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross and more of a play on Yelena Belova's Pee Wee soccer team.
Sponsored by Shane's Tires.
And that was a cool little thing. It's cool to see that there are 2 different Avengers teams right now. You have the Avengers, and then you have Sam Wilson's Avengers team that he is slowly starting to build with his new Falcon and him being Captain America. And then you have this new Avengers team with the Red Guardian, Bucky Barnes, Yelena Belova, Ghost, and U.S. Agent. I hope that these teams do eventually, or I know eventually they will cross paths, but I hope they do end up coming together as a larger crew, kind of like we saw in Endgame, where a bunch of different teams kind of popped into the one Avengers team.
Maybe potentially that'd be Doomsday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that would be a cool
that's
time to
thank
team
you.
up. Yeah.
Yes, Doomsday is exactly where I think provides the opportunity for them to become a team against a greater threat, and maybe join up forces with some other teams like the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. And
Oh, I wonder if we're gonna see.
the X-Men.
Well, that too. What's his name? John Krasinski. Didn't he play Mr. Fantastic for all of like 20 seconds?
In Multiverse of Madness, yes, he
That's
did.
right. I wonder if we're gonna see him back, make like even like a little cameo.
It would have to be a different Reed Richards
Well,
that's
that-
played by
yeah.
John Krasinski.
Yeah. No,
But yeah, it's not outside of the realm of possibility for sure.
it's just a random thought.
Yeah, absolutely. But all right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we are going to get into our gaming section of this podcast. Alrighty, we are back and we are going to get right into our trivia game where we've both prepared 5 MCU related trivia questions for each other. Ethan, do you want to go first or second?
Do you want to just go back and forth maybe,
For sure.
and we can keep score?
We can do that. Absolutely. And just so you guys know at home, these questions are going to progress in difficulty as we go on. They're going to start off fairly easy, and then they should go and get harder from there. Feel free to follow along and let us know how many you guys got right in the comments below.
All right. Should I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is the easy one, and you better nail this. You better nail this.
Oh,
Ooh.
also, before we get into this,
Oh.
we have a 1 minute timer time limit set for answering each question. We'll kind of cut that timer out if we need to below, but from the time the question is entered or read, you have the other person has 60 seconds to answer that question.
Sounds good. Oh yeah. You ready?
Yep.
Who are the Thunderbolts in the movie?
That's easy. Red Guardian, Elena Belova, Bucky Barnes, Ghost, Sentry, and Taskmaster. U.S. Agent. Sorry, I forgot U.S. Agent too. Is that all of them now?
Yeah. No, you got
Okay.
him. You got him.
39 seconds left on the clock. That's a point for me. Alrighty. This is an easy one for you. What kind of doctor is Doctor Strange?
A neurosurgeon.
Correct.
Damn.
Ooh, quick
with
on that
me.
one. There we
Play
go.
with me. This one's pretty easy too.
Okay.
You'll get a kick out of it. What cereal box is Red Guardian on?
Wheaties.
I had to throw some Thunderbolts questions in there.
Fair enough. Alrighty, this one's a little bit more challenging, because it's technically a two-parter. First is, how many Infinity Stones are there? And the second part of this is, name all of them. Ready, set, go.
6.
Yep.
You have the Power Stone,
Mhm.
Time Stone, Reality Stone. Blinking so hard.
You have time, power, and reality.
Yeah, Time, Power, Reality. Dude, I'm drawing a huge
30
blank
seconds
right
left
now.
on the clock.
I don't know why. I got the first 3 so quick. Time, the Time Stone, Power Stone, Reality Stone.
One teleports you through time and
Space?
space.
Space Stone.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
You got to tell me what they are,
Alright.
though. I know them. It's just I hit a wall.
So you had time, power, reality, space. You needed the Mind Stone.
That's the one I was thinking of, because that's the one that's in Vision's head, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I should have just rolled with it.
What's the last one, buddy? Come on, I'm gonna give you another like 30 seconds.
Give me some hints here. What movie's the last one in?
What movie? Endgame? Really?
And so I have time, power,
And Infinity War.
Time.
Vormir is your hint.
Vormir. Oh, that's the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Soulstone.
I knew him. It just took me a minute.
Alrighty,
Need to catch up on my Marvel a little bit.
give me your third question, my friend.
All right. In Endgame, what food is Scott Lang trying to eat before it's blown out of his hand?
I'm gonna let the audience have about 15 seconds for this one before I give it, because I know the answer to this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taco.
Very good.
Alrighty, that's 3 points for me. You're at 1. Here's your fourth question. This one's out there. It's not that hard, but it's a very specific callback.
Okay.
Okay. In Thor: The Dark World, Eric Selvig is arrested and placed into a mental hospital. Why?
I can't remember.
You still have 35 seconds left.
You know I get my Thor movies mixed up, dude.
This is the second Thor movie.
Yeah, the bad one.
Yep. And Eric Selvig, do you know who he is? You remember who he is?
No.
The scientist who gets
Oh.
corrupted by Loki's scepter
Yeah,
in the first Avengers movie. He is arrested and placed into a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Why? 10 seconds.
What is it?
2, 1. Time is up. Because he lost his mind and went streaking at Stonehenge.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly. It was just a very specific pull.
I know he went crazy. I just couldn't remember what he did, and I knew that's what you were looking for. That's why I was sitting here like, "This. What did he do again?"
Yep.
There's
Alrighty.
some good questions out there.
Yep. Give me your last question, my friend. This should be your hardest question.
I have 2 more.
You've 2 more?
Yeah, I'm on my 4th.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. No, give me 4. Give me 4. Oh, then I'll do 5. You do 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the name of the missile used in Afghanistan by Tony Stark?
Ooh.
Remember at the beginning when I was doing the demonstration?
Yeah.
What was the name of that missile? You didn't think I had that in me, did you?
That's
I hit you
a
with
good
3
one.
easy ones. Yeah.
It's not the howitzer, is it?
Nope.
That's a real missile.
The howitzer?
Howitzer?
That's a tank, I think.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. I think you did it, dude. I think you stumped me.
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
There's 20 seconds left on the clock, but I cannot for the
18,
life of me.
17,
That's the beginning of
16,
the MCU.
15.
Literally the first 10 minutes of the MCU. And I can't fucking remember it. Oh my god. I can't believe you got me. You stumped me. That's good
Yeah.
stuff, buddy.
I got
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guys got it, you guys are officially better at Marvel trivia than me. What is it, my friend?
Before that, put in
Wait,
the
hold on.
comments how mad do you think he's going to be when I tell him? Because as soon as I tell
Is
him...
it the Samson missile?
No.
Okay, then I'm good.
Jericho.
God damn it! Samson and Jericho. I was close. I was close. Oh man, I was so close. I even said Samson and Jericho. Oh man. Oh gosh. Okay, that was a good one. No point for me. Score is still 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, you've only got one question, buddy. Or I'll give you a half point for the 6 reality stones.
Hold
question.
On, what questions have you asked me already?
I've asked you what kind of doctor is Doctor Strange. You
Yeah,
got neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon.
How many Infinity Stones are there?
Yeah, and then
And name them. Oh, I skipped one question. I skipped my third question and gave you my fourth question.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the third one?
You want me to give you my third one then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My third question. You can give me one of two answers. If you give me two, I'll give you 2 points. If you give me one, you only get a half. Deal?
Let's go.
What are the names of the villain in the second Iron Man film? His code name and his real name.
Mandarin. I'm close, aren't I?
No.
No.
Oh, hold
It's
on.
got something.
I
do
forgot
with
to
it.
restart your timer. You get a bonus 15 seconds probably.
It's got something to do with it. No, I'm on the right track here. I'm pulling at strings. Hold on. Second one. Is that where Miss Potts gets abducted?
Mm-mm.
No. Give me a little background on the second one. Is that when what's his name is introduced? War Machine?
War Machine is technically in the first movie,
No, that's
but
true.
it's a different actor.
Yeah.
It's Terrence Howard versus Don Cheadle's War Machine. But yes, Don Cheadle's War Machine is the first one. It's the first time he appears
In the
is in the
second
second
one.
Iron Man
Okay.
movie. You have 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up.
Hold on.
Final pull. 3,
Meh.
2, 1. It is not the Mandarin.
That's close.
It
isn't
is Whiplash, and his real name is Ivan Vanko. I wouldn't have gotten the Ivan Vanko. I had to
Yeah,
look that part up, but I knew it was Whiplash.
I should have known that.
Um,
It's honestly been a long time since I've watched the Iron Man movies, though.
Yep.
I should probably.
The second
rewatch
one
those.
is with Whiplash, and the NASCAR race with the briefcase suit up scene.
That is a good one too.
Yep, it is. Give me your. This would be your fourth question. Fifth question. Okay, your hardest one
I
yet.
might stump you with this one too.
Okay, give me a try.
Which character has Thor never had a verbal interaction with on screen?
Ooh, okay.
There's only one.
From the Avengers. Because, I mean, okay. He's had one with Stark. For sure. He's had one with Cap.
Think newer.
Black Panther? No?
Think newer.
Newer. Shang-Chi? He hasn't interacted with Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi an Avenger?
Or, well, I guess not. Not yet. New Avenger. Falcon? Sam Wilson? Spider-Man? There we go. Okay.
I know I gave you a pretty good hint.
Yeah, you
there,
did. You
but
looked at your shirt.
I
But
could-
okay,
I didn't expect you to get that one.
Well, it was just I didn't know what you were talking about because there's a lot of characters in the MCU he hasn't had an interaction with.
Well, with the
Because I don't think
Avengers-
he's interacted with T'Challa.
You might be right.
Except for, I mean, he went to Wakanda in Infinity War, but I don't think he, or no, he probably had a small little thing with T'Challa in Infinity War.
I think he did.
But, I mean,
I could be wrong.
yeah.
but yeah.
Either way, okay, I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
But, all right. Your next question, your last question from me is how long was Janet Van Dyne trapped in the quantum realm? And for a bonus point, to tie it up and to win the game, if you get both of these, how long was Scott Lang trapped in the quantum realm for? Janet Van Dyne
Does that count?
and
Because
Hank
there's
or in Scott Lang.
talking about just normal years.
Yes, normal years.
Wasn't she in the quantum realm for 40 years? 50? 20.
You can't just keep guessing.
Yes,
Give
I
me your
can.
final answer
Uh,
for Janet and then for Scott.
Scott was in the quantum realm for 5 years
Final answer?
for Scott. Yeah.
Scott, correct. You have to get
Janet.
Janet correct too to be able to.
Janet was
10 seconds.
in there for 20 years.
Final answer?
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. She was in the quantum realm for 30 years.
Damn, I was right the first time. Or no, I said
You said 50. Or you
30.
said 40 and then 50 and then you said 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she was in the quantum realm for
Yeah, I
30
was
years
thinking-
and Scott was in the quantum realm for 5 years.
I was thinking 25, and I didn't know if I should go to 30 or 20, and I was like,
Yeah, but
I knew it was right
I'll give
around
you
there.
another half point for Scott just because it was the bonus. But so you
I'll
are.
take it. I'll take
It's 2-3 was the score for this trivia round. Not too bad. You stayed competitive. You definitely stumped me. On
it. Once. I'm
once.
proud of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
good. Moving on to the next game, we are going to be doing our draft,
Oh, turn to the wrong page.
where we are going to be trying to draft the best Marvel movie lineup that we can, with the other undoubtedly stealing movies from the other. It's going to be a serpentine style draft. First person will pick, second person will pick after that, and then make their second pick. The next person will make their second and third pick. Next person will make third and fourth, and then fifth and fifth. Or however that exactly works. We're going to flip a coin to see who goes first. And Ethan is going to call it in the air.
Tails.
It is heads. So I will go second. I'm going to elect to defer to you
Okay.
for the first pick.
All-time MCU movies.
All-time MCU movies.
Just personal favorites?
Trying to build the best lineup you can. They are going to decide who has the best lineup.
Best lineup of characters in the movie?
No.
Or just movies?
Movie overall rating.
Okay. I'm taking Endgame.
Fair enough. Endgame was definitely on my list. I am going to take Black Panther
Damn, I was thinking about that one.
and Spider-Man Far From Home. Next two picks.
I know, I gotta think.
Your second pick.
Ooh. I really enjoyed the Doctor Strange movie, the first one,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna take Doctor Strange.
Okay. It's not on my list.
MCU movies.
Third pick.
Deadpool, Wolverine.
Deadpool Wolverine. Alrighty. Also not on my list, so I'm alright with you taking that one. Just because I feel like this one's on your list and you're probably going to take it coming up. I'm going to take the first Avengers movie. Just a classic. First real superhero team-ups movie. Can't go wrong with it. And then my next pick is going to be Thor Ragnarok.
Okay. I'm gonna take Infinity War.
That was something I was hoping was going to be there on my last pick, but it's not. That's all right.
Let me think. What do we got? You took Black Panther, Spider-Man, Avengers, and Thor.
Yep.
So far. Give me Captain America.
The first Avenger.
Yeah.
Good pull. Alrighty, with my fifth and final pick, feel like I need a strong team up movie. This one has definitely standed the test of time. It was good when it came out. People still love it. It's rewatchable as hell. And I can't believe it's still here on my 5th pick. Civil War.
I was thinking about it. I kind of let my personal bias play into it a little bit.
I did a little bit for sure too, but
That's the hard part for me with Marvel. I personally think there is maybe 1 movie, 2 movies I don't like as much.
Mhm.
I love the rest of them. So whenever you're like, pick your top 5 movies, it might be different on a Tuesday
Mhm.
than it is on a Saturday when I just rewatched the original Avengers, and it's always changing.
For sure. Alrighty, what's your final pick?
That is my final pick.
Was-
I got Endgame, Doctor Strange, Deadpool, Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Infinity War and Cap America.
Yeah, and then okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so your team is. Give me your full team one more time. Break it down. First pick.
Endgame.
Okay.
Then we got Doctor Strange, Deadpool and Wolverine, Infinity War, first Captain America.
Alrighty, and then I have Black Panther, Spider-Man No Way Home, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers 1, and Civil War.
Great picks. Great picks, too. I was pretty upset you took Avengers.
Absolutely. I think that's definitely a very competitive matchup. And
A little more competitive than some of
our other
games.
previous drafts.
Yeah.
But again, it's not for us to decide. It is up for you to decide. So between the team of
Endgame, Doctor Strange, Deadpool, Wolverine, Infinity War, and Captain America
versus Black Panther, Spider-Man No Way Home, Ragnarok, Civil War, and the first Avengers movie, who wins?
I know you guys have taste, so just give me the win while you're at it.
I think you guys are probably going to know that I'm always right, and I will always win these Marvel-themed games.
And that's why he's always
and
wrong.
pick me. Alrighty, last game of the day. We have a round of 20 questions each. These characters were completely independently decided by a random MCU wheel generator that we found online. They both were kind of mid to light level difficulty characters. Could you guess? We will each have 20 questions to be able to guess whether or not who this character is in the MCU. Do you want to go first, or do you want to go second?
Let me go first.
Okay.
Yeah, let me guess first.
Okay. I have my character in my mind.
Oh, actually, can I see this?
Yes.
Can we pull up the
Yeah.
the phase chart?
Yep.
Yes and no questions?
Yep.
Okay. Is this character in phase 1,
Yes.
phase 2,
Yes.
phase 3?
Yes.
Is this character from phase 1 through phase 5?
Yes.
Is this character in phase 6?
Yes. Or should be. Yes. Should
And
be.
in one that's already out.
No, not in one that's already out, but one that should be coming out.
Let me get a glance at this real quick. Is this person an original Avenger?
No.
Is this character from a TV show?
He's in a TV show.
The character doesn't have their own TV show.
No.
How many questions is that?
8.
Quite a few. Yeah, 8. Does this character have their own movie?
No.
No. Like a side character?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 10 questions.
I know, I'm working on it. I don't. Is this character a guardian?
No.
Is this Is this character in the Spider-Man movies?
No.
You said they're in phase 1 through 6. Or 5 and then 6 should be coming out.
Yes.
You might have stumped me here a little bit. Not an original Avenger. Phase 1 through 6. Important background character?
Yes.
Is it Nick Fury?
No.
Worth a try.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions left.
I know. I don't remember his name. Is it Tony Stark's dad? What's his name?
Howard Stark?
Howard Stark.
No. 4 questions left.
Dude. You got me good on this one. You're going to tell me and I'm going to be very upset because it's going to be very obvious. First? Because there's not a lot in phase 1.
No, there's not.
How many questions I have left? 3?
4.
4? Is this character from the Iron Man movies?
Yes.
Thank God.
3 questions left.
Is it Happy?
No.
Is it Peppa?
Nope. 1 question left.
Oh! I burned
1
those up
guess
pretty quick.
left.
Got a little excited. Finally figured out what movie it's from now.
I feel like those are fair guesses you had to burn at this point.
So, not an original Avenger, so it's not Tony Stark.
Nope.
It's not Pepper.
Nope.
It's not Happy.
Nope.
So I have, with this last question, I have to ask who it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
It's your guess or nothing.
Okay. From the Iron Man movies. Character that's important. Can I get one last question? I'll lock it in.
No.
Damn. That wasn't a question, by the way.
I thought about counting that as a question.
I know, I saw that little dumb smirk. Don't hit me with the technicality. Ooh. Can I ask one thing?
You can ask it, but that would be your last question.
Not giving me any slack here. Hold on.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is it the Mandarin?
No. It was War Machine.
Fuck.
Rhodey.
Dude, I wanted to ask that too. I just didn't know.
You brought him up earlier in today too. I was wondering if that he was gonna pop back into your mind on this one.
I just told you I need to rewatch the Iron Man movies too, and you hit me with that.
Yeah, that was a tough one for you, buddy. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
well, because I said Happy and I said Pepper.
Yep.
I knew it wasn't Tony Stark, and then I was trying to think of important other characters.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it. I was trying to think of somebody else.
Alrighty.
That was rough. All right.
Let's see what you got for me. You got your character in your mind?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Phase 1.
No.
Not in phase 1. No. Keep track of how many questions I've asked you, please. Phase
All right.
2.
Yes.
Yes. Phase 3.
Yes.
Phase 4.
Yes.
Phase 5.
Yes.
Supposed to be in phase 6.
I'm gonna assume so.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Okay. Is this character not an original Avenger? Is this character a Guardian?
No.
Is this character a villain?
No.
Hero then? Is this character a hero? Or anti-hero?
Probably hero-ish.
Hero? Okay. Is this character in a movie?
Yes.
Movie only? Sorry, I'm just adding that to the... Is it movie only?
I'm pretty sure. I'm
Okay.
like 99% sure.
Cool. Is this character in Age of Ultron?
That's a really good question. Let me fact check that really quick. No.
No, not in Age of Ultron.
Does not appear in Age of Ultron. That is 11 for you, sir. You have 9 questions left.
Did they appear in Ant-Man?
Yes, they did.
Is this a main character?
No. What do you consider a main character before I...
In that movie, I would consider Scott, Janet, and Hank him probably, and then the Yellow Jacket
So,
guy.
like, maybe the main group of characters, not just the...
Yeah, just not the solo, because since it's a solo
Okay.
movie,
Yeah.
but the immediate people directly around him.
Okay, yeah, I'd say so. There's a decent amount of... Yeah,
Okay.
he's in there a little bit.
Mm.
So that was 11. Ant-Man. Main character. You're on your 14th question.
Is it Hank Pym?
It is Hank Pym.
There we go. Alrighty.
I told you it wasn't that hard.
Okay. Yep. I was getting out there a little bit.
I didn't want to answer the main character one without knowing what it was, and you're like, well, maybe, Janet, Scott, Hank, and I'm like, fuck, I can't answer this now.
Well, I was just trying to give you examples of it, but yeah. Anyways, good stuff. Let me know how you guys did in the comments below. How close were you, and which question did you guys get it on? But that is going to wrap it up for us today on today's Plot Twist episode. If you enjoyed it,
Go like and follow.
comment, subscribe, check us out on all of our social medias. Our link tree is in our Instagram bio at Punchlines and Plot Twist Pod. Go check that out. That link tree will take you to everything. The Plot Twist TikTok that I run, the
Punchlines.
TikTok that Ethan runs, and it will take you to our YouTube, our Spotify, our main TikTok page, and as well as our YouTube and our Spotify, where you can find all of our episodes on there. Go check out some of our past stuff, and make sure to check out our breakdown for UFC 315 and our recap for UFC Des Moines that is going on tonight, and we will get that posted as soon as possible for you guys. Until next time, we'll see ya. Peace.
And, hold on. Pause.
Sorry,
We'll go
my
back to
bad.
that.
Rewind.
We also have a Twitter. Follow the Twitter.
Twitter is on the
We
link
got
tray.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
All right. Until next time, guys. We'll see ya. Peace.
Peace.